Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. We'll look back briefly at today, then of course look ahead. Got a lot of different details to get to for the weekend weather system, where there's a chance for wintry weather returning. We've already had 2 events. This will be our 3rd one, and we're not quite to mid-January. Well, we are by the weekend. So yeah, first couple weeks it's been a little bit more active in January-like. Well, today was not bad. 53 the high, 32 the low. Our average is 48 and 30. And here's a look at the first week system that we're talking about. Could give a few light snow showers to the mountains. That's in the process of happening, but that's going to slowly wind down. We did have a little bit of light rain and sprinkles in parts of the valley, especially southern areas. That also moves out tonight. Decreasing clouds tonight, back to partly to variably cloudy skies. Intervals of clouds, some sunshine for your Friday afternoon. A seasonally cool and chilly day Friday with temperatures in the mid-40s. All right, now let's get right to this weekend system. There's a lot of details here, so we'll go through what do we know right now? What are we expecting as far as Saturday into Sunday for the weekend? Well, minimal impacts on Saturday. Although there could be a little bit of a light mix, some rain, a few snowflakes in some areas, just kind of the pre-storm moisture moving in. But most of it comes Saturday night and more or less Sunday. So widespread precipitation is expected overnight Saturday night into Sunday. We'll detail the precipitation types in a moment. Messy weather is expected on Sunday. Now go ahead and tell you, it looks like here in the valley, rain changing to snow. But rain initially, and maybe some sleet mixed in. That's where the messy part comes in. And again, rain first and then changing to snow. So with that possible scenario, travel impacts will be possible Sunday afternoon and evening. Now I can tell you the Plateau Mountains expecting more of the snow, and we'll also detail that in a moment. So what could change between now and this weekend? We're still 2 or 3 days out, and the weather changes from day to day, as you know. I mean, sometimes it stays close to the same, but there's always going to be some changes. That's the nature of the atmosphere. That's why we have to tune back in from day to day and check on the weather, right? Wish it would just stay the same. Whatever we said 3 days ago, locked in, right? Doesn't work that way. A lot of times it changes, so tune back in. But a slight change in the track certainly could alter the timing and totals. That's a given any time, and certainly with this one as well. Uncertainty with precipitation type in the valley on Sunday. Right now we got rain changing to snow. Well, what if the track's a little bit more favorable for cold air and snow? That would mean less rain and more snow. What if it's a little warmer? Obviously mean more rain and less snow. So that's kind of what we're looking at. A lot of different details to get to. That's what we're looking at right now. So that sets the stage. Here's what we know right now. What we have, a winter storm watch has been issued for the mountains from 7 p.m. Saturday through 7 a.m. Monday. Hazardous travel is possible. Go ahead and take it likely. The mountains of western North Carolina and western North Carolina in general, significant snow and ice. Asheville, Saluda, Brevard, Hendersonville. Yeah, much of western North Carolina, it's a setup that's favorable for significant ice and snow. Now, heavy snow possible in the mountains, greater than 4 inches in a 12-hour period. That's why a winter storm watch has been issued. There'll be advisories or some more watches or warnings issued elsewhere, more than likely, okay? So this is just an early look at where the favorable areas are. All right, when we talk about the horseshoe effect, that is including the plateau and the mountain counties, also upper East Tennessee, up into Kentucky and Virginia, forming the shape of a horseshoe. So that simply means the higher elevations in our viewing area. The Cumberland Plateau, southeast Kentucky, southwest Virginia, parts of upper East Tennessee. That does include the Campbell, Claiborne, Hancock, Hawkins, and Greene counties, and then into the Smokies, the mountains and foothills surrounding the valley. So lower elevation areas would include all up and down the northern, central, and southern valley. So we're talking about horseshoe counties as we look at this weekend's storm timeline. That's where more significant snow and accumulating snow is most likely. All right, so here's a look at the Saturday timeline. Again, minimal impacts, a little bit of a light mix possible. Now, Saturday night, rain develops in the valley, maybe mixed with a little bit of sleet and snow. It's possible, but the main precipitation type initially in the valley is rain starting out. Horseshoe, snow, and mix in those plateau mountain counties. Then for Sunday morning, horseshoe snow. Again, those higher elevation counties. Travel impacts could be developing Sunday morning in the horseshoe county areas. Valley rain may be becoming a little bit mixed through the morning, but mainly rain on Sunday morning. Then once we get into the afternoon, in the valley, rain slowly transitions to snow, and horseshoe snow with travel impacts more likely Sunday afternoon. Then area-wide, as we go later Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, snow showers likely, all areas. Colder air will be wrapping in, as I'll show you in a moment, and then that could certainly give us the slick and treacherous roads possible. So here's a look at this tracking Sunday storm. This is the weekend system. A little bit of a light mix Saturday, but again, it's mostly Saturday night and Sunday. See the rain coming up into the valley, including up to Knoxville. The pink is a mix, and the blue is snow. That's where the messy weather system comes in. That's Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Low pressure is just to our south. Here's what's going to happen. Low pressure is going to reform and become dominant in the Carolinas by Sunday night, Monday, and then track up to the eastern seaboard. That's when the cold air wraps around. That's when we change to all snow. Okay? So we all good on that's the expected scenario. The rain changing to snow. In between, little mix in the pink, but accumulations, you know, we're looking at some accumulating snow area-wide as we go Sunday night and Monday morning. We'll be detailing specific amounts because the closer we get, there's more certainty, and that way we don't have to go back and forth too much. We'll hone it in, okay? So we'll be doing that very soon and keep you updated. A chilly night tonight, decreasing clouds, 32 for the low, 45 tomorrow, variably cloudy and cool for your Friday. There's that 30% chance for a light mix Saturday, but again, Sunday, rain changing to snow, especially later in the afternoon and evening, and then lingering flurries Monday, colder temps in the 30s, slowly warming into the middle part of next week.